Sophia the goddess created evil, right? She created Yadabath. As Yadabath was born from unbalanced polarities as feminine and masculine energies, he got driven by his ego. Because of the fact that he did not feel whole on the inside, he decided to create chaos by wanting to be the only god and only god only. And Sophia essentially noticed what happened in regard of her flawed creation, and she decided to restore balance. And we are essentially representing as humans the flow itself of Sophia's creation. So what are we going to talk about here on Desperate Housewives is this episode on season 6 from episode 20 to episode 22 or 23, I believe. We have a gentleman here that got rejected from the age of 4-year-old. A 4-year-old boy that was really adorable and sweet. Everybody could see his energy as he was growing up. It was such a sweetie. But because of the fact that his mother was rejected by his father also left the house saying that he did not want to have the baby in the first place, abandoned him and his mother. His mother essentially, started holding grudges towards her son because her son looked like the father. She was very much a pick-me. She was very much looking for love in the wrong places. Her wounds was very much shown by her addiction, giving that rejection to her son, putting other men in front of her son, which is something that we see on a regular. When it comes to the mother wounds and stuff like that, most men will always sort of kind of say a story like that where, the mother decided to choose a man before them. When those things happen, usually, that creates a little bit of a monster within them. As he was growing up, he had the support of everybody in Restaurant because they could see that he was actually a sweet guy, a really sweet guy. And when I was watching this, I really had tears in my eyes because I felt that if this guy actually grew up with a mother that didn't have the mother wound, he could have turned out beautifully. He could have turned out a gentleman. He could have turned out to be a great man. But because of the fact that his mom rejected him from a very, very young age, he didn't feel worthy of receiving the love from other women, which means that every time a woman would reject him, he would turn into a rage and essentially take their life in return, which is really, really sad and very, very cruel. The mother was horrible with him. She was telling him that he wasn't worthy of love, that he wasn't worthy of having a girlfriend, that, he would never end up finding love. And this poor guy, Eddie, was just looking for love. He was looking to be accepted by the feminine energy. He was looking to receive also a healthy mother figure. Once he found a mother figure in Lynette, he was able to break free in a way where essentially shown, his dark side by being at Lynette's house, attacked her son because he wasn't disrespecting her. He nearly attacked her husband as well because he was disrespecting her. And Lynette saw, the wounded little boy that was inside of him because she shared the same trauma. She was raised by an alcoholic mother, which means that she was very much compassionate and understood where it was coming from. And the minute that he actually saw that he could receive compassion from a mother figure, from a woman, he decided to also show compassion in return and listen to the guidance of Lynette. So in this scene here, which was very, very beautifully done, he was able to liberate himself from that trauma, from that repeating cycle that he put himself in the first place by being a criminal here. At the end, it was able to find redemption from the symbolism itself of saving the life of a baby girl. A baby girl itself represents redemption, represent hope, and represent rebirth towards a new life full of abundance, because the feminine energy is that. The feminine energy is unconditional love as well. Lynette broke her water when the police came to knock at his door because of fear. She broke the water, and the minute that she broke the water, it was a new beginning. It was a new timeline. Water represents life, hope, faith, consciousness itself, the divine feminine. And so she asked him to help her give birth to her baby girl. As she was giving birth, the umbilical cord was around her neck. And so she said, "You can save my daughter. You have a chance to start a new journey." And so for the first time, as he was saving this baby girl, he became the hero of the story. So created a new relationship with the divine feminine, a new relationship based on in being a leader, the hero, and also the protector. Because everything that he had done before was to the contrary of it. Is that what happened in Desperate Housewife is something that happened very, very often. And as women, we don't understand why men turn out the way that they turn out. But we are also to be blamed when it comes to that. We have to take responsibility to become better mothers. We have to take responsibility to become better human beings so that we can also help them heal in the process because they are just, mirroring in a much better and cynical way. Okay, I have to admit, I am not defending them in that manner because, being evil is being evil. But at the end of the day, we have to understand that the masculine energy also is also looking after love because we are all human beings. We are all human beings coming here on this planet Earth to experiment unconditional love. We just don't know how to do it because we do not feel whole in the first place. So I really thought that this was a beautiful way to really show how the masculine energy also need help in that department. Essentially, we also have to blame, the father for living, his life in the first place. But it could have turned out a little bit better if his mother wasn't a pygmy in the first place, putting her son before her and healing herself without inflicting these wounds to her son because it was just a reflection of her wounds. That is it in thy soul. It was just reflecting the way that she was treating him in the first place. The rejection, the choosing men before her son, the putting down, telling him that he wasn't worthy of love, that he wasn't worthy of receiving a girl, that he was just like his father, that he was, a horrible human being, basically. So imagine growing up like that.